Hello, thank you for stopping by my channel today. I am working on a layout for my creative scrapbook, and so I'm using their November main kit here. It is called Busy Sidewalks by Create Paper, and I was so excited when I saw this kit. Finally get to use some Christmas papers and embellishments, so that was probably my highlight of the day when I got this kit in the mail. So I am going to be taking these half circles. I used a 1-inch circle punch, and I just went through the papers. I picked out pretty much any paper that was green or mostly green, and I cut out some circles and then cut them in half. So I'm making a Christmas tree, and I kind of had it all lined up, and I need to move it up a little bit here. That's what I'm doing, and I'm kind of have it spaced out how I want, but I was trying to decide if I wanted to use that blue paper there or this white one, and I'm gonna go with the white one. I just thought it looked a little bit better, and it kind of made the tree stand out a little bit more. So I'm marking 6 inches and kind of going through and giving myself some guidelines so that when I put on these half circles, I have them spaced out somewhat evenly, the best I could. But it was pretty easy to do, but you know, this is handmade, so if it's not perfect, that's okay, not a big deal. So I'm just kind of going through and making sure I like the spacing, and then I'm going to go through and glue one of each color down so that I have it to base the spacing and the tree off of. I'm just putting glue on the straight edge of the circle because I'm going to eventually kind of curl up the curved part just to add some more texture. I like to do that when I use half circles, kind of a fun way to add texture to your layout. And then just erasing the pencil lines. So then I will go through and start to add the rest of the half circles. I'm kind of doing it at a curve and just kind of like I said, eyeballing it and just getting it as perfect as I can, but it's obviously not going to be perfect, but that's okay. I really like the way this came out. I thought it was super cute, and honestly it was super easy to put together. I think anybody could do this if they wanted to give it a try. So there we go. I pretty much have it all done. I did it off camera because it did take a little bit, but it was really fun to do. So I'm just gonna work on the trunk of the tree. I found this cute little tag. It says Merry Merry. So I'm just gonna cut that at an angle and then just add it here at the bottom. I thought that was perfect. It was the perfect size for a trunk. Okay, and that is the photo I'm going to be adding on. That's just going to be partially on top of the tree. That's okay. I wasn't too concerned about covering it up. So I'm just going to matte my photo. I pretty much always matte my photos. Sometimes I only use white, sometimes I use pattern paper, or sometimes I use a combination of both, which is what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm just going to kind of go through and figure out what I like for colors, because I'm kind of keeping it only to green, but I think it would be pretty to add this pinkish red color striped paper in, and that just kind of brings a little bit more color without adding too much. I'm gonna add some foam adhesive on the back. So I decided I want to add some stitching on this tree, so I'm going to take the paper pierce her here and pierce holes, and I'm gonna do a running stitch. So the tricky part of this was I had to make sure I had an even number of holes, because otherwise when I got to the end of each line I would be stuck with not having another hole to put the needle in, so if that makes sense. So I kind of had to count and plan out, and there was a couple times I kind of messed up, so but it wasn't too hard to fix. I just had to add another hole in. So for the title, I am going to use these stickers that come in the kit, and the title will be Merriest Christmas. I really liked this title, for one, because it matched the layout, and also I liked the font, the fact that the font was part of the title was just regular font and the rest was script, and it was really nice because it was easy to bend the word Christmas to line up with the curve of the tree. So I'm just gonna stick that on here. And then that finishes off the title. I guess the Merry part could be part of the title too, but I was just going with Merriest Christmas. I'm gonna use this pattern paper that has the trees on it to mat this layout. Since I'm using just a white cardstock, I like to use pattern paper to mat the photo. So I'm just gonna trim off, go around and trim off some of the edge, and then I will gut the inside of this pattern paper so that I can use it on another layout. And then I will use some double-sided adhesive to adhere both of those together. I like to use this one because you can kind of just fold back part of the backing of it, which I'm doing right here, and then when you add on your white cardstock, you can kind of line it up, get it how you want it. You can see it kind of got stuck for a second, but you just kind of line it up, get it where you want it, and then just pull the backing off, and then it's pretty much perfect every time. Because I used to use my ATG gun, and I seem to mess up every time, and it was never perfect. Not that you have to make it perfect, but it's fun to try. So I am adding these snowflakes that are with the thickers word stickers here. So I'm just gonna add those on. I pretty much am keeping this somewhat monochromatic, but I thought gold would be a pretty color to add on, especially since I used gold for the title. So I'm just gonna add those around the tree, and I am gonna add one more sticker on, which I'll do here in a little bit. But otherwise I'm gonna just stick with those snowflakes. I was trying to decide if I wanted to add something to the top of the tree, and I'm just gonna move a snowflake up and then go back and add a few more snowflakes to fill in those spaces. And I think I'm gonna add in one more to the right of the photo here in just a few seconds, and then I'm gonna curl up these half circles like I had mentioned before, and that just adds some dimension to the layout so the tree doesn't look so flat. And here's where I'm going to add in another snowflake by the photo. I felt like there was just too much white space and there wasn't really anything over there. And I also have some of the smaller snowflakes by each bigger snowflake. I'm going to add in this little sticker that says ho ho ho, but I'm going to actually change it out at the end of this video because there is a smaller one in that little sticker book and I liked that better. So this is where I'm going to do that. And that is pretty much going to end this layout. I really like the way this one came out. If you guys are interested in seeing the kits from my creative scrapbook, I will have the links in the description and you can go check out what the November kits look like. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me put this layout together and have a great day.